Welcome back to the deep dive. When you think about essential home services, it feels like there's just so much information out there. It can be pretty overwhelming.
It really can. You need
Yeah, well,
safety, right? And efficiency.
mm-hmm.
And you definitely need to trust who you hire. But figuring out what's really essential, that's tough.
Exactly. So that's our mission today. We've got a stack of material here, mission statements, service lists, FAQs, even customer reviews, all focused on one DFW contractor, AT Electric LLC.
And we're using all that as a framework. The goal is to boil it all down, to find those universal truths about what makes for critical home electrical safety and reliability.
Yeah, we want to cut through that noise, pinpoint maybe say the top three things every homeowner, doesn't matter where you are, should be thinking about for safety and efficiency. Basically, give you the quick guide to feeling confident about your home's electrical setup. Okay, so let's start with trust. This company we're looking at, AT Electric LLC, they serve Mansfield, Arlington, the whole DFW area, really. And they make a point of saying they're family-owned and operated. Why does that detail often, resonate with people for home services?
Well, I think it suggests a certain level of personal investment, maybe accountability. What's interesting here is their timeline. They say the company, as it is now, started in 2019.
Right.
But they also talk about having over 25 years of experience in the electrical industry.
Ah, okay. So new company structure, but deep roots in the trade.
Exactly. That combination signals, established know-how, but maybe with that personal touch you often associate with a family business. Precision and efficiency build over decades.
And that 25 years in a place like DFW with such a mix of old and new houses, that experience must count for a lot.
Oh, absolutely. Think about it. Lots of homes in the DFW suburbs went up in the 70s, the 80s. Some might still have those older panels like Federal Pacific or Zinsco panel.
Yeah, I've heard about those. Not good news.
Definitely not. They're known fire risks, even if they seem okay.
Hmm.
So that deep experience means a contractor can spot those hidden dangers, things specific to the local housing history. It's not just a quick fix. It's an informed, efficient solution.
That makes sense. That local knowledge is key. Their mission statement talks about top-notch service, prioritizing safety and efficiency, getting power back on quickly and safely. It all seems to tie back to that community focus.
Right. And their vision to be the go-to provider, setting the standard. The family aspect often means the relationship aims to be more than just, transactional. It's about comprehensive care, treating customers well, making sure you understand that reliability comes from years of practice applied right there locally.
Okay, this is where it gets really practical for homeowners. The number one safety priority that seems to jump out from all this material is electrical panel upgrades. Now, if my panel looks okay, breakers aren't tripping all the time. How do I even know if it's outdated? Could it be a silent risk?
That's a great question, and honestly, it catches a lot of people off guard. It's not just about tripping breakers, although that's a sign too. An outdated panel could literally be an old fuse box
Yeah.
or, one of those recalled brands we mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
But more often today, it just means the panel doesn't have the amperage capacity for modern life. Think about everything we plug in now.
Right. You get a new air conditioner, maybe an electric car charger, a big screen TV, high-powered kitchen appliances. You're suddenly asking way more from a system, maybe a 100-amp system that was designed decades ago.
Precisely. So a panel upgrade replaces that old infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
You get modern breakers, fire-resistant housing, and crucially, enough capacity. It protects you from overloads, which cause heat, which, well, that's a major fire hazard.
Yeah.
It really is the bedrock safety upgrade for any modern home.
Okay, so if the panel's the heart, then the next big safety item, kind of like protecting the circulation, has to be whole home surge protection. I think a lot of us have learned the hard way that those little power strips don't do much when a big storm hits. Zap goes the modem, or worse.
That's exactly the point. Power surges. They're fast, silent, and they can be really damaging. And it's not just lightning, though. That's a big one. Fluctuations from the utility company, even large appliances cycling on and off inside your own house, can create smaller cumulative surges.
Cumulative damage, so it wears things down over time until they just fail.
Yes, exactly. You might not notice it happening until your expensive TV or computer suddenly dies way before its time.
So the whole home solution gets installed right at the panel.
Right at the main electrical panel. And that's the key difference. It provides a defensive shield for everything connected to your home's electrical system. We're talking TVs, computers protecting your data too, which is huge. Your HVAC system, fridge, stove, washer, dryer, all of it.
Wow, okay. So unlike a power strip for one device, This is comprehensive. It actually extends the life of basically all your major appliances and electronics.
That's the idea. It's a major protective investment.
And sticking with safety at the outlet level, we also need to talk about things like GFCI outlets, right? Proper circuit maintenance includes these.
Absolutely essential. GFCI, ground fault circuit interrupter. Those are the outlets you usually see near water sources, like kitchens, bathrooms, garages, outdoors. They have those little test and reset buttons.
Yeah. What exactly makes them so critical?
Well, their job is to monitor the flow of electricity. If they detect even a tiny imbalance, like if electricity is starting to flow through water, or, heaven forbid, a person, they shut off the power almost instantly. Fractions of a second.
Ah, okay. So they directly prevent electric shocks and potentially electrocution.
Precisely. Especially vital in homes with kids or pets. They're a non-negotiable safety feature required by code in specific locations for a very good reason.
Right. Shifting gears a bit from immediate safety to long-term efficiency and even aesthetics. Let's talk about LED lighting. This seems like a simple change, but the benefits pile up, don't they?
They really do. It hits on multiple fronts. First, safety again, actually.
Yeah.
LEDs run much cooler than old incandescent or even halogen bulbs. Less heat means less fire risk around fabrics, or if little hands get curious.
Good point. And then there's the efficiency aspect.
Oh yeah, it's huge. LEDs use dramatically less energy, which means lower electricity bills month after month. But the really staggering part is the lifespan.
Right. The sources mentioned they can last up to 25 times longer than traditional incandescent bulbs.
25 times. Think of that. Fewer bulb changes, less hassle climbing ladders, lower replacement costs over time. It's a massive difference.
That's incredible. Less waste, too.
And that return on investment also ties into security and aesthetics. Good outdoor LED lighting boosts curb appeal, makes pathways safer. And things like motion-activated security lights. They use very little power on standby but provide great visibility and can really help deter prowlers.
Okay, connecting this efficiency idea back to the DFW area and future needs. EV charger installation is popping up everywhere. This feels like it's rapidly moving from a niche service to something essential for many homeowners.
It absolutely is.
Hmm.
As electric vehicles get more popular, you need a safe, reliable way to charge at home. And it's not just plugging into a regular outlet that's incredibly slow and potentially unsafe for sustained high draw.
Right, so you need a dedicated circuit.
Yes, a dedicated circuit, proper gauge wiring, and often consideration for the main panel's capacity, which loops right back to why those panel upgrades are so important. You need a qualified electrician to ensure it's installed correctly, efficiently, and safely, compatible with whatever EV brand you have.
Makes sense. And for folks with bigger properties, maybe those ranch-style homes you see further out from the DFW core, there's underground electrical work. What does that involve and why is it specialized?
Well, it's more than just burying a wire. This is for running power safely out to detached structures. Think sheds, workshops, maybe an outdoor kitchen or an RV pad. Quality work means trenching to the right depth, using the correct type of conduit to protect the wires from moisture, soil shifts, even pests. It also involves getting the right permits from the city. The result is functional power where you need it, but also it looks clean. No overhead wires, no trick hazards, and it's built to last against the Texas weather.
Gotcha. Aesthetics and durability. And of course, they handle the smaller things too, like installing chandeliers or ceiling fans. Still needs doing right, even if it seems simple.
Absolutely. Proper mounting, secure wiring precision matters, even on the smaller jobs, to ensure safety and performance.
So the range of services really confirms they're covering a lot of ground, literally. Serving Mansfield and Arlington primarily, but reaching out across DFW Fort Worth, Grand Prairie, Burleson, Cedar Hill, Duncanville, Midlothian. Quite a wide net.
It shows they're equipped for the whole region.
Hmm.
And grounding it in that Mansfield context is interesting too. You mentioned it. It's fast-growing, known for good schools, lots of parks. It's a community investing in family life.
Yeah, over 900 acres of parkland. So a contractor operating there is likely geared towards supporting that stable, growing family environment.
Right. Which brings us back to building confidence.
Yeah.
All their work, according to the sources, follows the highest safety standards and local codes. Residential, commercial, doesn't matter.
And we can actually see hints of this in the customer feedback, the anecdotes people shared.
Yeah, those testimonials give you a real feel for how it works in practice. Like Michael Kim mentioned, needing a circuit breaker replaced urgently.
Oh,
They got it done the same day he called. When safety's involved, that kind of responsiveness is huge.
definitely. And what about cost? That's always a concern.
Well, Susanna Williams talked about getting quotes for a backyard project that were just way out there. She said AT Electric came in, did it quickly, and the price was very fair. affordable and fast.
That combination is key.
It seems to be a theme. Another person, Danny Rowe, praised the owner, Al, for being professional, and mentioned someone named Alberto, who did a great job diagnosing a tricky problem and fixing it without, breaking the bank. It points to that blend of deep knowledge and personal fair service.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. If we boil down this deep dive, the essential trifecta for home electrical health that everyone should prioritize seems to be, number one, getting that electrical panel upgrade if needed.
Absolutely foundational.
Number two, installing whole home surge protection to guard everything connected from those damaging power spikes.
Protects those expensive investments.
And number three, switching over to efficient, safe, long-lasting LED lighting.
Smart move for savings and safety.
But this knowledge is becoming even more critical now, isn't it? Because of how much more we're demanding from our homes electrically?
That's exactly right. Think about the sheer pressure we're putting on our home's infrastructure. We keep adding more powerful tech, smarter HVAC, home offices needing reliable power, those EV chargers we talked about.
Right, and a lot of homes are running all this new Hydra technology through wiring that might be decades old. Wiring designed for a much simpler time, maybe just a few lights and one TV.
Precisely. So here's the final thought, the provocative question for you, the listener, to really consider. Your home's electrical system is mostly hidden, right? But it powers almost every aspect of your modern life.
Yeah, you don't think about it until it fails.
Exactly. So is that decades-old wiring silently becoming the weakest link, the most dangerous vulnerability as you plug in the demands of tomorrow? Or is your home's electrical foundation truly ready and safe for the future?
Definitely something to think about. Fantastic insights today. Thanks for digging deep with us.
My pleasure.
We'll catch you next time on The Deep Dive.